prices, we were going to lock it in and then pay out $1,000 to the group of people who predict the closest. Welcome. There's no money, there's no price to enter. Stonks.com. Make a prediction on to the right price. You win a share of $1,000. And everyone gets one free entry every single day. Get more free entries if you share your link. There's all sorts of ways you can earn free entries. You're going to win some money. It's like pretty much guaranteed. Like, because you can place a bet.
Come over, make a free account. Super easy. Super easy. Super easy.
Tomorrow we could do crypto.
That could be interesting. That would be interesting. That could be interesting. That would be interesting. Interesting. Yeah, let's do it.
Spinning wheel.
Sounds fun to me.
Spinning wheel.
Sounds fun to me. Oh, okay. Let's see the winners. We have winners.
We have winners.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. All right, winners are up. Let's see. Noise. Shout out to all the winners. I mean, heck, let's go here. Coming in first place, $125.55. Right here, also coming in second place was coming in third place. Fourth place, coming in fifth place with coming in sixth place with seventh place. $10,000 giveaway coming up. Shout out to the numbers that have continued being growing. Like even just in the chat right now, we have 424 people. You'll learn the game over time. You'll learn the game over time, though. We'll see everybody tomorrow, though. Peace out, chat. Peace out, chat.
All right, peace out, guys. Thank you.
So if you're just joining, welcome to Stonks. This is the new and improved Stonks.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's gonna be exciting today. We're gonna do the first $1,000 giveaway on Stonks.
Yeah. Super exciting. Somebody's gonna win money.
Sign up and make a prediction. There's a big yellow button. Hit that button. And whatever the price is, we were going to lock it in and then pay out $1,000 to the group of people who predict the closest. Welcome. There's no money, there's no price to enter. Stonks.com. Make a prediction on to the right price. You win a share of $1,000. And everyone gets one free entry every single day. Get more free entries if you share your link. There's all sorts of ways you can earn free entries. You're going to win some money. It's like pretty much guaranteed. Like, because you can place a bet.
Come over, make a free account. Super easy. Super easy.
Tomorrow we could do crypto.
That could be interesting. That would be interesting. That could be interesting. That would be interesting. Interesting. Yeah, let's do it.
Spinning wheel.
Sounds fun to me.
Spinning wheel.
Sounds fun to me. Oh, okay. See the winners. We have winners.
We have winners.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, winners are up. Let's see. Noise. Shout out to all the winners. I mean, heck, let's go here. Coming in first place, $125.55. 55 cents. Right here, also coming in second place was coming in third place. Fourth place coming in fifth place with coming in sixth place with seventh place. $10,000 giveaway coming up. Shout out to the numbers that have continued being growing. Like even this in the chat right now, we have 424 people. You'll learn the game over time. You'll learn the game over time, though. We'll see everybody tomorrow, though. Peace out, chat. Peace out, chat.
All right, peace out, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So if you're just joining, welcome to Stonks. This is the new and improved Stonks.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's gonna be exciting today. We're gonna do the first $1,000 giveaway on Stonks.
Yeah. Super exciting. Somebody's gonna win money.
Sign up and make a prediction. There's a big yellow button. Hit that button. And whatever the price is, we're going to lock it in and then pay out $1,000 to the group of people who predict the closest. Welcome. There's no money. There's no price to enter. Stonks.com. Make a prediction to the right price. You win a share of $1,000. And everyone gets one free entry every single day. Get more free entries if you share your link. There's all sorts of ways you can earn free entries. You're going to win some money. It's like pretty much guaranteed. Like because you can place a bet.
Come over, make a free account. Super easy. Super easy.
Tomorrow we could do crypto.
That could be interesting. That would be interesting. That could be interesting. That would be interesting. Interesting. Yeah, let's do it.
Spinning wheel.
Sounds fun to me.
Spinning wheel.
Sounds fun to me. Oh, okay. Let's see the winners. We have winners.
We have winners.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. All right, winners are up. Let's see. Noise. Shout out to all the winners. I mean, heck, let's go here. Coming in first place, $125.55. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It's the Great Friday. Hope everybody's having a great day today. You know, the red September continues, which is kind of what we already thought. It is September. The market is red. There's nothing unusual about that at this point. But I hope everybody's had a great day. Hope you're doing good today, Victor and Ollie. Hope everybody's well.
Hey guys, good to see you
other
again.
than losing tens of thousands of dollars, I'm doing great.
Nah, you never lose tens of thousands unless you're selling, right? I mean, this is even over we're still up like 2.5% over the last month or something like that anyway. So I mean, technically it's okay. The market's still up like 14% on the year overall. I mean, we can't complain too much, right? I think we've all been spoiled by the just green rocket market that's been like crazy, and we haven't gotten used to the nice red, September month yet. I think that's what's happened here. I think everybody's like down about it. I'm over here like, hey, I'm thinking like greener pastures on the other side over here already. But hey, I mean, everybody's got their own ways to look about it. But I'll tell you right now, if I was a content creator on YouTube, it would just be flooding with the markets crashing, everything's dead, and annihilation is happening because that's what's going to get views right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we have each other as all our emotional support therapy animals. So this is
exactly.
Well, but what a red month it's been, huh? It's it's crazy. This red September thing is real.
Yeah, no, it is definitely wild. I mean, though, again, like I said, we could, it doesn't mean all of September is going to be red. Like at the end of the day, like, look, we even had the first of August, the first 7 days of August were blood red pretty much. And then the rest of August was green. But usually September is just not a great month for the market. And I think, again, a lot of that is just physical years rolling over for lots of companies selling off, certain things on that end too. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm hopeful that September won't be all red. I think it's going to be a bouncy September though, 100%. Just because I'm just looking at past Septembers, and that's what I think is going to happen. What about you down there, Victor? I see you down there smirking.
So here's the thing, right? The most uncomfortable, ugliest days in the stock market are the most wonderful opportunities to buy stock. I've bought so much stock today. I bought a lot of Amazon. I'm actually buying shares for my son. He's 24. He's doing a PhD, and I manage his fund. So all in, I know it's like just gut wrenching. I know it's difficult, but you got to maintain your process, your plan, your strategy. This is when you make money. It just takes time to make the money. Because if you look at 2022, the ugliest moments were the most wonderful opportunities. You needed to wait 12 months to see it. And I don't think I need to convince anybody of that. Just look at the charts. So ugly week, we're down on the NASDAQ 5.5%. I've bought throughout the week. Today, I've been buying like a madman. I've been grabbing, cash out of some bond positions. I've been trying to create more cash because I'm going to need it to buy more shares. So, I'll do a live stream later, but it's going to be really just mentality of how do we take advantage of this? It's not how do we run for the hills? It's like, how do we run to the opportunity?
Do you typically do like some portion in bonds for times like this and just leave it there when the market's tanky?
Well, my strategy is like with my bond portfolio, I have my 5 years of expenses for my wife and I in those bonds. So the cash flow from those bonds is basically takes 5 years of living expenses off the table. So that way I have 5 years to figure it out. If the market really, really crashes, I have 5 years to figure it out. That way I can adjust my stock portfolio and my real estate portfolio. So that's diversification. And that's kind of like putting in, and you buy bonds, right? When nobody wants to buy bonds. Now everybody wants to buy bonds. I wonder why. So buying bonds today is not a great idea. Buying bonds this week was not a good idea. Buying them when nobody wanted them was a great idea.
That was a great idea back then. Yeah. They were pretty much giving bonds away at that point though. They were trying to get people to buy bonds.
3 years ago.
Yeah. They were trying.
I would do videos on bonds 2-3 years ago, and I'd get like one view, and people would be like, "Dude,
people don't like bonds.
I'm never gonna buy a bond."
They really don't. Honestly, they really don't. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like most people aren't buying bonds, right? Let's just be honest with it, right? Like they're not doing that. Like obviously, like companies people and obviously way more wealthier people are buying bonds, especially a few years ago when they were literally giving them things away, like trying to get people to buy them. Like the incentive was like super high at that point. I mean, some of those bonds were honestly, when you're looking at them, you're like, even as like an individual, you're like, damn, those are some nice bonds right now. Obviously here recently bonds haven't been like crazy, but again, like I said, I mean, it's a totally different market.
I'm sitting on some higher risk, but nowhere near a stock risk bonds. Performing at 12%. And if you look at a 12% bond and you look at today's stock market, you're like, that doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look too bad.
Like, low risk bonds are performing at like 5-6%. Again, on a day like this, a week like this, you're like, that doesn't look too bad. And it's not going to go down and down. It's just going to yield 6%.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then when you look at the market overall over the past, 12 months and you're still up like 13.5%, you're like, okay, it's not so bad either right now, right? It's just like when you're in the issue is like, when you're buying stocks and when you're looking at the market every day, like it's a mental fatigue that kind of takes over. Especially when you have like a green rocket, just straight up, mostly hardly any little hitches in it. And then you get like the first week of like August where the market was down like 5.5, almost 6%. And then all of a sudden it just takes off again, right? And you're like, green for the next like 3 weeks. And then now, obviously 1st of September hits and we're doing the exact same thing we did the 1st of August. Almost identical really to the pullback there. It's like, okay, like the mental fatigue starts to set in again. You're like, oh, is this time the time that we're not going to go back up, right? Is this the time that we're going to go down? The market's actually going to fall like, 10 to 12%, right? It's like, okay, if that comes, then, obviously like the investors in most people are probably like, oh, that's a great buy, right? Though the regular retail investor that hasn't been in the market very long and doesn't really know, like to them, it scares them away where, maybe if you're a seasoned investor, like for you, you're like, man, that's a crazy good buy, right? Especially now in this market, like right now, like I think it's the best time to buy. Like if you have some like a couple of red days back to back and you have a 5% pullback in the market now, like that's like, for me, at least, that's like, hey, if I have Indy like cash just sitting there on the side, I'm going to buy some. Especially if especially for stocks that you really like.
Let me say, it's a combination of two things. First, a lot of the viewers of my channel are younger investors. So first, I commend that you're a young investor and you're already thinking, how do I save? How do I save capital? And how do I grow that capital? You're way ahead. Okay. And how do I manage that capital? So you're way ahead of everyone else. So I commend you. Keep learning. And I encourage you to look at this week and absorb it. Don't like completely ignore it because you're going to ignore a really good lesson, which is see how fearful the market gets, see how quickly it sells off and take it in, and you'll over time develop some experience and wisdom out of it. The second thing is, let's kind of rationalize this. So I've been buying into Amazon, and I could use Amazon. I can use Meta. I can use whichever example. But 2 weeks ago, Amazon was selling for about 6% higher, maybe 7%. So in the last 2 weeks, did Amazon get 7% worse? Did they like all of a sudden lose 7% of their revenue on their e-commerce site? No, they're freaking crushing everybody. They keep getting stronger every day. Amazon gets stronger and more powerful. Their AWS business is incredibly profitable. So I think we could all rationalize that, hey, Amazon's pretty much the same company they were 2 weeks ago. If not, they're just a little bit better. Well, then they're giving us a discount. The market's saying, hey, Victor, knock, knock. Here's an opportunity, buddy. I can buy Amazon at a 7% discount. Thank you very much. I'll take $3,000 of shares today. Thank you very much. So as you look at these companies that you want to be an investor in, and you rationalize that that's a great business. I want to be a part owner in that business, right? DocuSign is defying gravity. It's up today. It announced yesterday. That's an example of a company that's defying gravity. I didn't buy any DocuSign. I'm already an owner of DocuSign stock, but so I would rationalize that way, which is one, I would say don't look away. Try pretend you're in medical school and you want to be a surgeon, and you had to cut open a cadaver, and you're like a little bit queasy, but you just got to get used to it because you want to train to be a surgeon. That's what we're doing here. It's carnage. A lot of things look really ugly, but we got to focus so that way we find opportunities and seize on them. And then over time, you'll see that actually when everybody runs out of the market, it's the best time to look at stocks like Amazon, good quality stocks. Meta was discounted. I bought Meta today. Mm-hmm. These are great companies. They didn't get any worse over the course of 2 weeks. They just got more discounted.
Yep. Agreed with that. Meta is obviously they're down like in the past 5 days, like 4%. So that's a pretty honestly good discount because obviously their ad side is still exploding. Obviously they're, I feel like they're going to be one of the main fronts in the AI sector too. If that's something you're looking to get into, I think, obviously Meta, covers a lot of spots on that end. I know Murdy's big on Meta for sure, though he's not here to talk about it, but I know he is, on that end. How are you looking at the market though here lately, Ollie?
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, if you had extra cash and you could buy one more stock today or this week, what would you buy more of?
If I had to pick a stock today that I want to buy more, it's going to be really hard for me, but it's probably going to be between Google and Meta, honestly. Just because again, they're both like down, right? Just in the past, 5 days, or Google's down like 7%, Meta's down almost 5%. It's just like I feel like they're just at such great buys right now to where they're going to be in 5 years or 10 years. That it's just like, man, it's kind of hard not to pick those two. I know they're two giants. Like, there's obviously like stocks out there that I would definitely take chances on. Like even like the stock we talked about yesterday with like Wave. Thought that was a really cool like opportunity for a future, like, one of those 100Xers, maybe eventually. But again, it's just like I'm going with the mainstay 100%. If I had to bet money like right this second on stocks that I would like, and it's going to be Google and Meta 100%.
So, Jason, my number one position in my portfolio is Meta. Number two position is Google Alphabet. So,
yep,
I like
kind of figured.
Yeah, I saw you cheering when Jason said Google Meta. You were like,
man, I love Jason.
Yeah. I mean, man, Google's just been at such a good value that it's hard not to buy Google at this point. And Meta's just, again, I think Meta's just a giant, it's a juggernaut. It's got so much more room to grow, especially in certain spaces. I haven't seen any pullback from them. Obviously, they both have, especially, Meta side definitely has a really good CEO still. Not saying Google's got a terrible CEO. But at the end of the day, it's like those are two that, like if I had money and that's 100% wanted to put, I shouldn't say safe money, but like a really good bet that I have a high value of it going up in the next 5-10 years, then I'm definitely putting it there.
Yeah, I bought Meta today and I bought Google Alphabet, but I'm trying to load up on Amazon. It's one of the regrets I have for the last 12 months is I owned Amazon and I thought I was a genius for selling it late 2023. And I saw it continue to rally and I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm not a genius.
Yeah, that's how it always goes.
As soon as it started to pull back, I'm like, I want more. I want Amazon back. I need to have Amazon back. So I'm buying it as fast as I can.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel it. Yeah, my wife worked there for many years, obviously. So she raked in a lot of stock, compensation. So we definitely have plenty of Amazon on that end. And I bought it obviously through the years as well, because again, it's Amazon. Like, it's definitely 100% a mainstay in its sector. And it's only growing, right? Like you said, with like AWS, they're still, killing it over there, and it's, super, super profitable. At the end of the day, it's, Andy Jassy I think he's actually pretty smart. Like, I know some people don't like him as much, but I actually think he's great. I don't think too many, I guess I should say, I don't think too many changes happened, obviously, when he took over CEO role, at least. He knows the business. He knows what he's doing. So Definitely not. Definitely wouldn't shy away from Amazon.
He's
sure.
the one that he's the guy that was at the helm on the AWS business, which is like a majority of their profitability, and it's such a powerful part of Amazon. So he's the guy. He's the guy behind
100%.
AWS.
He's smart. So when he
talks,
he's a pretty
brilliant guy. He spent his whole career, professional career, post college at Amazon. It's like he grew up in Amazon. He's an Amazon.
He knows it. That's
guy.
for sure, man.
That's all he knows.
Yeah, no, 100%. He's definitely not one of those guys who's been at Amazon so long that they're like taking the foot off the pedal. He's definitely got the foot down still. He knows what he's talking about. Like when he talks, like I've always paid attention just because, again, when he's very, very smart and articulate when he talks about certain things, especially on the AWS side. So I'm definitely a believer in Andy and what he's doing there. So, because that was one thing, like when he was obviously, when they were talking about, switching CEOs, I was wondering who's going to take over. And as soon as they were obviously saying like Andy Jassy was taking over, I was like, okay, it's in good hands. We're fine. Nothing's crazy is going to happen then. So that was definitely like, one of the concerns a lot of people had back then, but I'm glad to have, again, somebody take over like Andy Jassy that just continues to put the foot, pedal down to the ground and is rutting it around right now. So,
yeah.
What about
I
you,
would probably buy more Meta or Tesla.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Meta for obvious reasons, right? Which you guys have talked about already. And then Tesla, I think, is nearing an inflection point, right? So Tesla has always been like a stock of inflection points. It's never been like steady growth. So it's had a lot, rough couple of years in terms of deliveries and revenues. And but I think the best seller, the Model Y, is coming in for a refresh, right? End of this year. We're getting pretty close to it. So that will spike sales.
Yep.
And FSD is now getting really, really good. Like actually really good. In fact, it's funny. Tesla released this thing. Jason, you may have seen it. You're into this stuff. ASS Summon. It's called ASS. Actually Smart Summon.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of cool. Too.
Yeah, they're trolling. But it's great. So Summon, what it was supposed to be, now actually works.
Yep. I thought that was pretty cool too, because again, it's almost like, valet, on the go here. So it's like, hey man, you summon the car, it comes and you just hop right in, you're good to go. Right. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that feature to really get going. I think it's going to be something that, again, is very, very great in the industry. So I'm definitely excited about that. I'm also excited that, I don't know if you've seen this as well, but in China, they're starting making the 6-seater Model Y too now. Like they had the 6-seater Model X. So I was actually excited to see that, because I think the 6-seater in general is just a way better, I guess, versatility than like the 7-seater, because it's like you have to like hop into the back. Like obviously we have a 7-seater Model Y too. And I was talking about getting the 6-seater X, right? And like the 7-seater Model Y is like fine, but again, if you had a 6-seater Model Y, it'd just be way, way, way easier just to get kids and whatever else in and out. So I was excited to see that they're obviously in China they're going to be starting to make the 6-seater Model Ys finally.
Yeah. Also wanted to share this new piece of news, which I thought was really interesting and funny. This would be a great public company if it was.
It would be. I would invest 100%. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, $1 billion in dividends. Kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is wild. I mean, that stuff sells at the end of the day, right? Like, I don't blame them. I mean, like I said, I mean, I'd be on there even with like, even get some feet pics on there or something, right? And like start selling those, like, whatever works. But yeah, I think they have a great, business model. Growth has been great the last few years here, especially ever since 2020. It's really taken off. Even like again 2019, going into 2020, it was like a massive bump there. But overall, like I said, like if this was a public company, I would 100% have OF in my portfolio, just straight up. I think a lot of people would too. When you're looking at those numbers right there, I don't see how too many people wouldn't have some OF in there. Because I think there's so much more room to grow too, on their business model there.
Yeah, and I like how the comments on the right perfectly balance out the numbers.
Yeah. I don't know if I throw all the money in it, but I would definitely be throwing. So I definitely have a percentage of my portfolio in OF for sure. It says the decline of society in a chart. I mean, it's just some pictures and some videos, guys. It's not that big of a deal. Like I know everything has to be like taboo these days. Like, you know, people can't even talk about like how much money they make because they, you know, it's like some kind of weird like taboo. But it's like, man, it's just like, this is just natural, you know, things. Like, who cares? Like, I don't really look at it as like a downfall. I look at it as like, you know, money making opportunities for, you know, whoever wants to have an OnlyFans, right? Whether it's male, female, whoever, whatever. Again, man, I encourage anybody to take advantage of anything they can take advantage of to better their lives.
There's another piece of news. You remember the Telegram founder who was arrested?
Yeah, I was actually reading on this earlier.
Yeah, so they let him out. They questioned him, the French police, for a few days, probably like threatened him a little bit, like, hey, like you're gonna stay here for a long time.
Yeah.
So they let him out, and he put some posts, and he's okay.
Yeah. I kind of figured that's how it was going to be. They were going to like try to scare him into like saying some stuff, right? At the end of the day. I thought it was interesting. Obviously, like, you know, there's definitely some, you know, some crazy stuff that goes down on Telegram. I think we all understand that, right? At the end of the day. But I mean, if somebody's not saying some crazy stuff on one side, they're gonna be doing it to another, right? Like, you got like WhatsApp. There's a bunch of stuff that goes down there as well. Sometimes at the end of the day, it's like, what he got arrested for is a little crazy, 100%. But I figured they would let him out sooner than later. I'm sure 100% they try like every scare tactic in the book, though. I'm sure. Oh, man, I mean, again, we had so much, you know, news over the last few days on like, you know, certain stocks, right? And, you know, even like we had Broadcom yesterday. You know, AT&T's, you know, now suing Broadcom for refusing to renew their their perpetual license supporting they had with them. So like, I thought that was like kind of like, I thought that was kind of like, you know, out there, like, you know, but it is like, it does go along with like what we've seen here with, you know, other companies, you know, starting to not renew certain stuff, but it was kind of crazy to see like AT&T suing Broadcom now, though. Let's see. There was some other stuff too I was going to bring up. Oh yeah. I don't know if you've seen this as well, but OpenAI is considering a $2,000 a month subscriptions to new LLMs too. I thought that was like interesting. $2,000 a month subscriptions to LLMs. You know, I don't know if this is going to happen, obviously, but I do know that obviously the executives were reporting, considering, you know, they're at least talking about it in the talks for obviously the upcoming large language models like Strawberry and the other one, I can't remember the other name. I think it's Orion. I don't know if you guys know anything about those, but I do think that was, you know, $2,000 a month. I definitely could see that selling. For especially, again, like some of those large language models. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool because obviously, you know, for us, I think for right now, what is like ChatGPT Plus is like what, $20 a month or something like that. So having one for, you know, large language models that's cost $2,000 a month is definitely a large increase, but I'm sure it probably pays for itself in the long run for some of those models out there. So I don't know if you've heard anything about that, Victor or Ollie, but well, I thought that was very interesting.
Sorry, guys, just to interject. We have 3 minutes left.
Oh yeah,
3 minutes to make predictions. Hit the yellow button, make a prediction. You have 3 minutes to go.
I'll share my screen and go through.
Yeah, actually, Jason, if you could walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen real quick. I know we get to talking and then, you know, time goes by too quick. This is what happens. All right, guys, you guys have it. We got 2 minutes right now. 2 minutes. It shows on my end at least. So if you have it, make sure you guys get your predictions in. We got really, really quick coming up here. If you scroll down, obviously, if you're on the main page here, go to the game, click on game and play, and it'll open up. And then if you scroll down once, you'll see make prediction right here. I'll make a quick prediction. I try not to make as many predictions nowadays. So I don't want to take away from anybody. But yeah, the make prediction, you think wherever the stock price is going to go to. Let's just say it's we'll just go with the 44.96 here. Make prediction, hit confirm, and then obviously it'll show you right here for your referral. Make sure you guys are copying your referral URLs and posting those on your socials, Discords, wherever. You can send that to your text message to your family, friends, anything like that. If you have if you have social groups, text that to them. You guys get 5 extra tickets every time they use your referral group right there, your referral code right there. So 5 extra tickets can go a long way. If you get 4 people, that's 20 extra tickets. You can have 5 for the next 4 days in a row there. So super simple to do. Make sure you guys do get your predictions in. We see a ton of predictions coming in. Everybody at the very end sniping. Let's go. Sniper, no sniping. Good job. Good job. It's good to see everybody, though. Again, other ways to earn some tickets, though, guys. Make sure you guys are getting your daily rewards. That's another way to do that. We also just opened up for you guys to connect your portfolios. So make sure if you guys want to, we use SnapTrade. You can connect your portfolio through SnapTrade. We have some cool stuff coming up in the near future that you guys will benefit from having your portfolios obviously connected. That gives you an extra 100 entries right there. Remember your daily login goals here. Pretty soon, the enable notification will be a lot better once we get some other things rolled out here. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube for 2 extra tickets. And then, again, your referral friends for 5 extra tickets. Make sure you guys do get your predictions. But I think predictions might have just closed. So that's the reason why we've seen a ton of them come in right there.
Hey, Jason. And maybe Ollie can ask a question. So,
yeah, ask away, man.
Security wise, and if you can't answer it here, maybe at a different stream. Security wise, how safe is it? It's super safe to connect a portfolio to the app, and what kind of safeguards would just ensure everybody that it's not going to be a hazard.
Yeah. So I can let Ollie talk more to that, but on my end, at least, a lot of apps and a lot of banks and a lot of places use SnapTrade, which is what we're using here, to connect your portfolio. So it's very, very secure and safe. I don't have an issue doing it. Again, if you have an issue doing it, it's not like you 100% have to do it. It's just things that we're going to be rolling out that you guys can benefit from having your portfolio connected there. I think it's safe. We're using SnapTrade. You can look up SnapTrade if you want to it yourself. They're very, very secure. Again, a lot of businesses use SnapTrade. So,
yeah, it's pretty safe. It's very similar to Plaid. How a lot of apps and banks use Plaid to let you pull your data.
Exactly.
And so it's basically a Plaid competitor. And they focus more on brokerages rather than bank accounts. So that's one. So we're not doing it ourselves, right? We're using a trusted third party. Secondly, we don't have, and we never get any write access to your account, right?
Nope.
It's only read access. So you're just sort of importing like high level balance and portfolios, right? So we never request and we never get, nobody, not even SnapTrade has, so we're not asking for that permission at any point. So, God forbid, let's say everyone got hacked, right, throughout the chain, like, what would your portfolio your positions are exposed, but like you can't really, nobody can execute trades on your account. Yeah. Nobody can move money in or out of your account, right? So the money's safe. And then I think Oliver and some of the devs are in chat. They can probably expand on other things we do to keep your data safe, but it's pretty safe.
Yep. No, 100%. I agree with that, Ollie. So yeah, like I said, it's, again, it's just like Ollie said, it's just like, Plaid when you're, connecting with banks and those kind of things. It's literally just a competitor, but they deal with brokerages more than the other side does.
Yeah.
But yeah, Oliver
I've used Plaid, so I'm totally
definitely can answer more. Yeah.
I've just never connected my portfolio like to anything.
Yeah. No, I get that too. 100%.
Want to check it out? I'll even call my brokerage and ask them about SnapTrade, and if they're like, "Yeah, we're totally comfortable with that," then I'll do it.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think
but
people
I thought
should always have their
others might
security.
be curious because I'm interested in participating fully, but I also need to kind of just be aware.
100%.
And it's good to hear that it's SnapTrade. I'm already got the website up. It looks pretty legit. I'm totally comfortable with Plaid. So I'm going to look into it further. I really appreciate the information.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, we never see any information on that end. Like I said, all SnapTrade can do anyway is just, again, show like, obviously like certain positions, things like that, but they can't transfer money in and out. God forbid, like Ollie said, if somebody was to do something, they wouldn't have that type of information to do anything with your stuff anyway. It's just like Plaid has. It's very, very locked down and tight and key. But yeah, like I said, everybody should definitely always take precautions on anything they're doing and, make the decision for you. Again, it's just for us. Again, it's just a different way for us to interact in the future. And you'll see this as we roll these certain things out. Like I said, I think it's pretty cool. It'll make a lot more sense once we start rolling these features out too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think the way the brokerages work also, and I think it's never a bad idea to call your brokerage and ask, right? But they have APIs, right? That they only expose to vendors that have been through like a review process and that like they've gone through some level of vetting.
Yeah.
Right. So Schwab, Fidelity, E-Trade, etc. All of these guys have APIs, and that's how the data comes from, right? And it only goes through like folks that have been approved and vetted. So like Plaid and SnapTrade, those guys would be people who have gone through that approval process.
Yep. I think that's, again, like I said, I think people taking, precautions to anything. I'm always like a big fan of that one. At least you're, putting your smarts first and you're not just like, doing whatever, whenever, but definitely, like I said, you should always, again, because no brokerage at least is going to let you connect some account that they haven't approved yet. Let's just be honest with it. On that end. So definitely take precautions though, Victor. Anybody out there that wants to do that, 100% agree. So next, I do want to talk about this though too. I don't know if you guys seen this, but 7-Eleven rejected that I think it was like $39 billion from Circle K for that convenience store merger they had going on, or was going to go on. I think it was like last week. I thought that was definitely interesting to see 7-Eleven reject that, $39 billion. I don't know what they're looking for on that end.
You want to pull that up, Jason?
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely pull it up too. Here, let me share that real quick. Should have just left the screen there, but hey, I hit the wrong thing, and then boom, here we are. Here we are, right here. But yeah, I thought this was definitely interesting. I thought this merger might happen because I thought that much money, I thought it was pretty good, honestly. I think it was like, 38.5 billion, almost $39 billion. So it's just, I feel like it's a lot to buy out, to buy them out, but maybe I'm wrong though.
It's a lot of Slurpees.
That's what I was thinking, man. Like, how much can a Slurpee be worth?
It's a lot of cigarettes, Slurpees, and Snicker bars. Yeah.
And I know that obviously, like, they were talking about like, being very open to being obviously bought out. And I honestly thought that, $38.5 billion was I thought it was a pretty good buyout price, but again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they think they're worth like 50 billion. I don't know. But I just thought it was interesting from that standpoint. Cause again, I know convenience stores and, those kind of things are like, I know it's worth a lot, and I know there's a bajillion different 7-Elevens out there, right? There's like a 7-Eleven, especially here in the Southeast. There's like 7-Elevens everywhere. So maybe it's worth a lot more than I think. At the end of the day, and I know they've been around for a long time here too, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason they have a lot of values, it seems like the margins on everything they sell, it's good margin compared to like a grocery store.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Convenience stores, man, you're paying for that convenience
on everything.
No, 100%. I agree with that too. Like I said, it's just
Exactly.
Man, I just thought
and,
that was
and
a,
the
I just thought that
beverage
was a good
business,
chunk.
right?
Yeah, the beverage business alone.
We're going to talk about National Beverage Corp at some point, and they
they
spend pennies
about
to
that too.
Sell you Coca-Cola, and then you pay $1 or $2 for for a good sized Coca-Cola, but they're in it for like 20 cents and they're selling it to you for $2.
Yep, because they're buying in obviously they're buying it in big bulks, right? And even let's just say even if you went to like Sam's Club or Costco, right, and bought sodas there, right, and you bought those in large quantities too, like even from that side as a convenience store, they're probably going to be selling those for like around like $2 a pop. They bought them at the say like Sam's Club for like say 50 cents or something like that, right? That's still a large margin there. Like convenience stores, you're definitely paying for convenience. And you're definitely, you're paying an upcharge there. I mean, if you can make it to a grocery store, you're better off. Let's just be honest. But I mean, if you're just on the road and like there's a 7-Eleven right there or a Circle K or wherever it may be, a Wawa, whatever it may be. Anyway, like you're definitely paying for convenience for stopping at that store on the, on the corner there.
Yeah, agreed. I'll tell you a quick funny story. 25 years ago, my wife and I started this business, and it was this business where we were supporting events. These were athletic events.
Yeah.
And we had a different product, but we would go and it'd be remote locations for these events. And there was never any catering or anything. So we went to Costco and we would buy like cases of water and beverages.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're making like couple $100 of profit on the beverages because we'd buy them for like you were saying, like 20 cents.
Yeah, it's like 25 cents
for like $2,
right?
And we would sell out because there was no other option. So we're like, hey, the primary business we started is not making a whole lot of money, but we're selling all these beverages and snacks, and we're making like $500 every time we go to one of these events.
Man. Definitely rake it in. That's the reason why I don't know if you've obviously, I'm sure if you're inside like one of the cities, like if we're like in Tampa here, if we're in like, Miami or LA or anywhere else, like, or even New York or wherever it may be, sometimes you'll see people walking around like selling waters. They went to like, like Walgreens and bought waters and they're selling for like $2 a pop walking down the street. Sometimes I'm wondering like, how much money they actually make in a day, right? Because they're probably just, getting a big case of bottled water. From like say even if they went to Walgreens, right, where they're only paying a little bit of up in, maybe they're paying like 75 cents a drink, but they're selling the waters for like $2, right, or $2.50 or something crazy because you're walking around the middle of the street. I wonder how many times they're recycling. You know what I mean? Like going back and buying another, man, and just taking over. I've seen it over here in Tampa a lot, but I know like I've seen it when I was traveling like New York and Miami and other places. I see people do this. And they're just like, they don't have a license, right? They're just like regular day people like me and you just going and buying them and then selling them, walking down the road, carrying like, big things of them. So I always thought that was fascinating because you can like, you could do that, right? Fairly easily. Obviously, you're probably going to get in trouble a couple of times by the law, I'm sure. But it doesn't stop them. Let's be honest. They're moving to the next spot, right? They have the spots. They have them hammered down. Especially if there's an event going on, man. They're like walking outside the other side of the event over here. Going to town on hand, selling people water, really quick when they obviously the people in the event are probably paying like $5 to $7 for water. So it is kind of crazy to think about and like how much money you could make like doing that. But yeah, let's move on. I had another thing too I thought was really cool. So obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen this or seen stuff of it, but obviously when it comes to the video, gaming side of AI. So like the new AI model, it learned obviously how to simulate like Super Mario Brothers and other video games and make them better and faster in like record time, which is kind of crazy. Like this one right here, obviously with Mario VGG. But I thought this was kind of fascinating how like they're feeding, and this is obviously like Google's game engine AI models. But I just think it's kind of cool, man, how like, they're feeding these AIs like, little, screenshots like over and over again of different video games. And these, the AI is just making them better and just spitting them out like super quick. And I honestly think, as we're going here, like obviously this right here, like with Google's game gen, they even made Doom again as well with it. But I'm just wondering, like, how long before we start seeing, like AAA games now getting fed into these models and getting spit out, right? Like, fairly quickly.
Amazing.
And being better, a lot better playable at least, and maybe even getting better, like, FPS and those kind of things. Because the AI is just so smart. It's went in and like configured certain stuff and made the game better and more, again, run better, at least on your system.
Do you think we'll ever get, to everybody gets their own personal video game based on, hey, I love these aspects of the game, but I dislike these aspects. But then it's almost like the AI is so good that, okay, I get to play the game the way I like it. And, Yali gets to play the same game, but he gets a different experience because he likes it a little different and that kind of thing.
That's what I was going to be feeding on too, as I was going to ask you guys that same question. Like, before too long, man, like, obviously I'm sure these systems are I'm guessing, some of these AI models are probably going to cost a lot, right? So people that can buy these AI type models that can, you can feed it, tons and tons of frames, right? Like, I wonder, like you just said, like, before too long, how easy is it going to be for us, right? Like maybe this is like 50 years out or whatever it may be, before somebody can literally just like have a game they like, but also take out the parts they don't like and feed it like new stuff that they do like, right? And then it spits out a game that's even like way, way better.
Yeah.
Or you take like two different titles. You go, hey, make me a game because I love this game and I love this game. Boom. Go.
Yeah. Jason, just to add to this, can I show you something?
Yeah. Let me unshare my screen. I'm definitely here. I'll remove
you guys, anyone remember the video game Doom?
Yes, Doom. Yes,
Doom 3D. Doom, the world's first 3D.
Yeah,
game.
this is it right here. Yeah. This is Google's game engine. I think this is Google owns this, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do. This is
Doom, right? You guys remember this?
Yeah, I remember. I've seen this video, by the way. This shit's wild.
Yeah, Victor, you remember this game?
Yeah.
There's no way Victor doesn't remember this game. There's no way. Oh man.
So this game is there is zero code that exists for this.
Yep.
What you're seeing.
So tell me what we're seeing. Like,
this is a really old. This is an old video game, right? That was made. It's like a typical 3D fighter, but it was the world's first 3D video game. We could like walk around.
Yep.
And what that means is like somebody had to code each piece of it, right? Like here are the walls. This is what the door is gonna look like. Here's here are the bad guys gonna shoot at you. Here's a gun. This is what movement and so the computer calculates all that, but it's all pre-built, right?
Yep.
This one is the video you're seeing is an LLM or a model basically saw somebody playing Doom and then just generated a game in real time. So like as you're walking through, so like nothing has been pre-coded, and the LLM is just generating the next room from scratch.
Yeah.
As you walk through the door, right? So everything is generated. It's not, none of it has been coded.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's just wild. This is what I was talking about earlier too, Victor, when I was talking about OpenAI selling their LLM for $2,000 a month. So like, obviously something like this, obviously in a different spectrum, but again, still an LLM. Like it literally just generates the game as it's going. Like there's no code involved, no nothing. And that's the reason why like I'm like I think the future of gaming and AI is just going to be wild. Because you can literally, the AI model can look at something and be like, "Oh, I'm going to recreate that, but make it better." Right?
Yeah.
And
imagine, and like eventually, like the AR VR stuff is going to keep getting better, right? Every generation it gets smaller and more realistic and lighter.
Yeah.
Imagine 10 years from now, you're wearing Meta's, VR thing, right? And it's super light. You just slip it on and you just pass out. Yep. And you are in a 3D world where like nobody has coded it. It's figuring out what to show you based on what it thinks you want.
Exactly.
And you're just moving around, and like it's literally infinite. The
There's
characters, the environments, the gameplay, it's infinite.
There's a movie, Total Recall. Did you see the
Mhm.
movie with Schwarzenegger?
Yep.
You just described a good part of that story.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. No, I think it's going to be, you know, again, I think that could be a future, right? Like where we're going here, like whether it's with, you know, maybe even on like the AR side of things too. I think there's a lot of stuff like AI can really do on the AR, and then also just, you know, virtual reality and VR side too, where it's just continually just spitting out new stuff based on like what you are doing, and it just continually just, you know, goes without it needing to have somebody in the background that's, you know, constantly coding, right? It's just like, hey, look, we got this, we're spitting this out, and this is what's coming out. And you're like, I want more of this. And you just kind of feed that, right? And it's just continually, you know, getting better and better at what it does, right? And on the VR side. And it's, again, I think this could be even played, you know, it's part even on the AR side as well, on the AR side at least, to where AI itself can also, you know, do a lot of cool stuff, right? Like maybe like, you know, we have AR, you know, AR on, and we open a refrigerator and AI knows what we're missing. So you just hit order, right? Order, right? It's like the AI itself, like, or the AR itself, at least. Side again, obviously, I don't know if you guys have used Apple's new AR system at all, but like I could imagine, like again, like one day, just, you know, open up your door and your refrigerator doors, right? And like it know, like the AR itself is already like, you know, knows everything that you usually have, and like it asks you if you want to order certain stuff, right? Straight from, you know, wherever it may be. Maybe it's like DoorDash, wherever it may be, right? You're just hitting order, and then you check out. I think that's like a future, right? Like, and I think it's kind of cool just to think about it. Like, are we going to be all a bunch of lazy zombies? Maybe, but I'm going to be cool doing it. Okay.
Well, somebody will sell you some virtual skins, avatars. You know,
yeah, literally. That's what I'm saying,
sure.
man.
This is like Ready Player One.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I envision. Like Ready Player One.
Okay. Just some low tech stuff.
So
here.
Hey, Jason. Sorry, just real quick. Sorry, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna get my stream ready because I know you guys are gonna raid me. So
yeah, yep.
Awesome conversation.
Good, thanks for dropping in, Victor.
Yep.
See you soon.
Let's pull it up. You got it?
Okay. I'm gonna pull up National Beverage Corp, Fizz, and just look at the amazing formatting here, right here.
It's so great.
I can't believe that in 2024 this is what people come up with.
Dude, it is wild, isn't it? It's like
it was like 94 PowerPoint from 94.
Yeah, I love that they put the American flag in the background of news, though. So that really sets it off. But definitely, like, this is like something like, you know, like probably either my kid or your kid, Ollie, would make. Like,
yeah. This is like a school flyer.
Yeah, it literally.
Right? Somebody print out a school flyer and like hang it somewhere in school for like some, like, you know, fundraiser at school or something.
No, 100%. I agree with that. So when you're looking at it, you're like, man, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, you know, hey, I guess I just didn't know what to expect from National Beverage Company. So
yeah, what are their big drinks? I mean, they have LaCroix, right? What else do they do?
They have quite a bit. I was looking at it yesterday.
Let's see here. Strawberry Peach. Their big new product release is Strawberry Peach, coming soon nationwide. Da-da-da. They have a dividend. Okay, special cash dividend.
Yeah, I feel like LaCroix is definitely their biggest one, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Because LaCroix is like everywhere. So
earnings per share increased
53 cents to 61 cents. I mean, hey.
Well, this is wild. They basically took most of their cash and just paid it out.
Yeah, they did.
They only had 77 million in cash left in the company.
Jesus.
And they just paid out 304 million in special dividend payment.
I mean, that's a lot of cash just to like maybe half, but man, 304 million. just dividends, like you said, and they kept 77 million. So
Yeah.
it's a large portion just gave out. I mean,
so let's take a look at annual. Okay, so annual. So it's been pretty consistent, relatively flat, 1.1 ish, going on 1.2 billion in revenue. Very slow, steady growth.
there's something crazy on the growth side, but again, I mean, it's a beverage company. I
It's
don't
a
know what I
beverage
expect
company, yeah.
either.
Profitable, has EBIT.
Yep.
Let's look at the balance sheet.
That's
See
what
how
I was
much
fixing
cash
at.
they have. Working
So,
capital invested.
I mean, the working capital's still going. Total assets.
Okay, cash.
I mean,
Inventory.
2022 they had a down draw there, but 2023 and 2024 they were back up.
And they may have raised debt here. Oh, debt has been pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty
successful.
consistent.
Yeah.
It's nothing too crazy there either.
Total debt. Okay, here. Yeah, it's totally manageable. Okay.
I mean, it's nothing crazy there, right?
Yeah. So they built up their cash position. So this data is a little bit older, right? The newest, latest earnings are not here
yet. Yeah.
Maybe it's this quarter. It's here. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yep.
So that's where the dividend came from, right there.
Yeah, they were just like, look, we have a lump sum of cash. We're going to pay it out in dividends.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess it makes your people happy that are investing in the stock.
Yeah, if you held the stock, you got a nice one-time payment. What's going on with Fizz? Is it halted or does it close Friday afternoon? Let's take a look. Is it just not trading after hours on Fridays?
Let me check.
That would be hilarious.
That would be.
Oh my gosh.
A little wild.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's going to be at 45.05 or 04. Yeah, I see. I just like scrolling some of the predictions. There's a lot of predictions.
There's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are
you able to see
so wonky?
Yeah, this is. Let me check TradingView here.
That's what I was going to say. I think even on TradingView, mine shows. Where's it at? 469. Yeah, the C-dubs. Yeah, it's exactly a classic, man. It's the Friday classic. Like it is. I don't really see any either.
You have to turn on TradingView has a thing to turn on after hours somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
The issue, I had it on earlier, but it looks like it's like gone on this stock. Let me try pulling up something else real quick just to make sure. Let's go to Broadcoms. I thought it was right down at the bottom, usually. TradingView. Yeah, if you go to chart settings, it should say session extended. Detox, nice. William says trading is halted. He says, so that's probably why.
Interesting. Do we know why trading is halted?
I have no earthly idea. And maybe that is it. Well, hey, I mean, everybody that's put in guesses, we're gonna have a lot of people with like probably like right on the money then at the very end there.
Yeah, we're gonna have like 400 people right on the money. Exactly. So lots of winners, $1 each.
Yeah, literally. Hey, it's Friday, guys. It's Friday. What can you do? What can you do? What have we learned? Lessons 99% of the times Friday is crypto day.
Yeah. I think just stick to crypto on Fridays. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's so like, yeah.
It's
so
like New York
yeah.
in finance. Just they don't want to work on Friday. Like
Yeah,
even
literally,
these
it's what
guys
I'm
release
saying,
their
like-
earnings. Yeah, they said they were going to release it on Friday, but they released it on Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I see too. Because if you look at the charts, like a lot of things say they're gonna release it Friday, and then obviously they did it yesterday. Yeah, for now on, let's just like stick with the crypto, and then yeah. Fridays are just so wonky. I mean, honestly, if I was gonna have bad earnings, like I feel like I would want to do it Friday after market. Like let me do it on Friday after the market, please. Thank you, and thank you. Yeah, what's up, old dog? Hope you're doing well. What's up? Hot trades. How about Forex? Oh God, William. Oh, don't even bring up Forex, please. Please.
I mean, Forex doesn't move that much, right? Unless you go to like 5 decimal
Forex.
places.
Yeah, Forex. I tried trading Forex multiple times. You're talking about like patience it's just non-existent because it hardly moves. I'm like, yeah, I tried Forex just because I had a lot of people that were like, oh man, I love trading Forex. And I tried it and I just couldn't do it. Like, yep, that's not for me. Forex is not for me. Well, let's I'm gonna pull up stocks, share it, and we'll see how many we're about to see how many people guess the exact same thing. Or maybe I'm wrong.
But
Maybe
yeah,
nobody did it.
We're at time. Here we go.
Maybe nobody did it. So here we go, though, guys. Here we go. We're at 4:30. So as soon as it pops up down here, we'll know. Move now.
Oh wait, Fizz moved. Fizz
moved?
Okay.
It
Yeah,
had some
went up.
action, guys.
went up
Somebody
2
in the chat
cents.
bought it. I told you. Somebody in the chat.
Somebody in chat
Undertaker.
is like, I did. I bought it.
Yeah. Undertaker's like, I did it.
Yeah, it moved up 2 cents. Way to go, guys.
Let's go. Undertaker taking one for the team. Someone here had to have bought it, though. There's no way. Who else is talking about National Beverage Company? Let's go. That no volume. Shot the price up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Let's see. How many people had it right on the money? Yeah, they're out. 16 people were had the exact same delta. Obviously, Jacob, put in the delta first. Dieter, Jacob coming in first place with 125.50. Dieter coming in second and in third place with 63 and 38. Kenny is me coming in fourth place with 25.50. Undertaker coming in fifth place with $18. Paragon Holdings coming in sixth place at $15.50. Darth Trader Pro coming in with $13 in seventh place. Pyro coming in eighth place here with $10.50. Snow Wolf coming in ninth place with $8. And Rider Slide coming in 10th place with $5.50. There's Bill. Good old Bill Beer got 11th there. India came in 13th. Undertaker again in 16th. Hey, there's some good regulars here. Jacob coming in again in 24th and 25th. Well, guys, today was like an easy day. You know, we had like a 2-cent jump in aftermarket. So, you know, the people that came in with 4504, all 16 of you were obviously won money there. Jacob obviously put his in first before anybody, and then Dieter, and then Kenny, then Undertaker, Paragon, and Darth Trader Pro. Congrats to everybody that won some monies. There. Congrats. Obviously. Yeah, congrats on that. It's good. Dang, Friday is easy. Yeah, no, tell me about it. Hey, that's just what happens. Next Friday we'll do cryptocurrency though. Don't worry, guys. At least you're making money from a game from my portfolio is crying. Exactly, Niter. Exactly.
That's why we're here.
Yep. Now you can take that money and buy the red. So when it goes green, you can make more monies. So that's where it's at. I hope everybody, again, has a great weekend for sure. Fridays are always interesting. And, you know, this Friday was definitely nonetheless. Before everybody heads out, if everybody could, like real quick, if you go over here and hit earn 5 tickets, let's have everybody share this to at least one friend this weekend. At least one. We can get numbers up as we're growing here. We'll definitely have larger prize pools.
Look at that. It's a cool new invite card, QR code type of thing. That's cool.
Yeah. I like the invite.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Shout out.
I think it's sweet.
Shout out Oliver and the devs.
Yep. Shout out to the dev team. If you guys have any questions, you always put them in the global chat. I'm sure, you know, one of us will answer some of those questions as well. Even if we're not live, I'm usually in chat, or Oliver, or somebody's usually Eddie, Ollie. Somebody's usually in chat at some point. We'll see it.
Are we ready to start the raid here? I can start it.
Yes, we can start the raid. Yes, we can. We can go to Victor, obviously.
Okay, here
guys,
we go.
we'll see you guys. Yep, I'm
There we
joining
go.
now.
All right, guys. Have a great
Bye,
weekend.
See you
Say
guys
hi to
Monday.
Victor.
See you Monday.
All right. Thanks, Jason. I think we're all